families, welcome back once again. I hope you are well. I hope your day is good. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. This video is about Russia AES. Wow, this week the AES has got delegations and not ordinary delegations, but according to the news, they are the top delegations that has arrived in the Sahel. First of all, they visited President Abdourahmane Tiani in Niger, and then Burkina Faso and Mali, or Mali and Burkina Faso. I said, let me wait and bring it all together, because we know they all do things together, almost similar thing. The Burkina Faso one, for whatever reason, it wasn't easy to work on it because the translator was speaking in French, and also the Russia minister was also speaking in Russia. So it was a bit difficult and it has delayed this news. But we are here. According to the news, mobile laboratory will be coming to Burkina Faso and all the three countries. They mention it in all the three countries, so it can go to the remote areas, work on anything they want to work on. Most importantly, they will be training Burkinabes, Nigerians, Malians, so in future they can be able to use these laboratories. And also agriculture, education, and more. Families, please listen, and I'll be back.
So we have established a friendly and trusting relationship. The presidents have very successfully succeeded in weaving strong and lasting relationships
of enduring friendship, a bond that strengthens with each passing moment. As a testament to this cherished connection,
as a trusted advisor, I have arrived here with a rather small but dedicated delegation, and our primary purpose is to engage in thorough and concrete discussions regarding important matters.
So on behalf of our president, I have come here today so you can discuss all the remaining concrete matters.
Concrete important aspects. I officially began our important and productive meeting by formally presenting a prestigious and well-deserved certificate for a highly advanced and specialized laboratory.
A specialized mobile unit, which is an official entity issued directly by the authoritative government of the respective region or nation of the Russian Federation.
It is a highly advanced and fully equipped mobile laboratory that allows us to conduct comprehensive and detailed investigations and experiments.
Approximately 800 tests per day as part of a very extensive study on involution. It is a
mobile laboratory unit that was produced in Russia. From this particular point in time,
now we are committed to delivering this fully equipped and highly advanced laboratory by the first day of December of this current year, ensuring its complete readiness for immediate and effective use.
Russian specialists will train local specialists to enhance their skills and knowledge in various areas.
We need to collaborate and engage with this particular item or concept to achieve our objectives effectively.
Laboratory. One of the significant advantages of this particular laboratory is that it can be assembled very easily at any given location.
This is the precise and exact specific location.
This is truly real assistance that
we are providing to the general population in order to help them effectively preserve their overall health and well-being.
Our esteemed president has clearly articulated and set forth the crucial task of diligently developing and fostering strong, meaningful, and comprehensive relationships with all relevant parties and stakeholders, where the main task is to take really good care of everything and ensure it's all handled properly.
Of some of the inhabitants
of Burkina Faso.
Of course, one of the most important and crucial aspects to consider is
electricity just. At this very moment, representatives from various prominent Russian companies are actively engaged in crucial and extensive discussions, holding significant talks with their esteemed counterparts and representatives from other nations or entities. These ongoing negotiations are designed to foster new collaborations, strengthen existing partnerships, and explore potential avenues for mutual growth and development in various sectors, aiming to achieve beneficial outcomes for all parties involved in these comprehensive and detailed deliberations.
of some local company.
There will be an important meeting that will bring together representatives of all of these various companies.
where we will discuss with members of the government, the ministers of Burkina Faso, and with Russian businesses about carefully and diligently carrying out the important mission that has been assigned to us by the President. The work carried out by this commission is of significant importance and has far-reaching implications.
This commission will allow us to organize the work between our two states.
The President has already made a firm decision.
This is a comprehensive and well thought out proposal that we are certainly going to meticulously implement in the very near future.
Sudanese representatives from the General Assembly,
with distinguished members of the government, including various officials and representatives, all working diligently for the betterment of the populace and the effective functioning of the governmental apparatus within the jurisdiction of the state.
Thank you, families, for listening. I hope you have got one or two things from that news. It wasn't easy, but I'm sure you got something from it. I'm sorry about that. The next one is Niger. Yes, the top ministers has met. They discuss energy, agriculture. It's almost the same. Security issues and how they'll be working together. And very soon, Niger will be having a Russia embassy that will be based in Niamey. A lot of promises. You can tell the mutual respect among them. They talk about how they respect each other's countries or each other government, and there will not be interference. Families, please listen, and I'll be back.
A Russian delegation led by the Minister of Energy of the Russian Federation, Sergei Chivilev, is currently on an official visit to Niamey. This high-level mission is part of efforts to strengthen bilateral cooperation between Niger and Russia. On Monday, July 28, 2025, the delegation was received by Niger's Minister of Mines, Commissioner Colonel Ousmane Habachi, accompanied by several members of the government. Among those present were the Minister of Justice, the Minister of Energy, the Minister of Petroleum, the Minister of Commerce, as well as other high-ranking civil and military officials. The meeting, which took place in an atmosphere of cordiality and openness, marked a significant step in strengthening diplomatic and economic relations between the two countries. Russian Minister of Energy, Sergei Chivilev, praised the shared commitment to advancing the partnership to a strategic level, particularly in key sectors such as mining, energy, agriculture, and hydrocarbons. In his address, Commissioner Colonel Ousmane Habachi, for his part, emphasized the importance of a win-win partnership based on mutual respect, sovereignty, and the shared interests of the Nigerian and Russian peoples. He stressed Niger's strong determination to make the most of its natural resources while working with sincere and committed partners.
Your presence among us truly is much more than a diplomatic gesture. It is a powerful testament to a shared commitment to the values of mutual respect, national sovereignty, and strategic cooperation. It truly marks a decisive and significant step forward toward building a strong, clear-sighted, and enduring partnership that consistently delivers lasting and impactful results. First and foremost, allow me, on behalf of the very highest authorities and esteemed leadership of the Republic of Niger, to extend a most sincere and warm welcome to you all to our beautiful country, and to express our profound and heartfelt gratitude for your unwavering and steadfast support that has been consistently demonstrated since the truly historic and pivotal turning point of July 26, 2023. Ladies and gentlemen, we are fully and profoundly aware of the immense importance of this crucial meeting, of the exceptional quality of the in-depth discussions it will undoubtedly enable, and of the significant and timely opportunity it truly represents to effectively advance major, impactful projects in key strategic areas of our ongoing development and progress. We know that we can certainly rely on the extensive Russian expertise, the remarkable innovation, and the profound experience in such absolutely crucial sectors as mining, energy, defense, agriculture, education and higher education, as well as industry. Our cooperation is not limited to the highest levels of the state, but extends to various other important areas. It profoundly draws its fundamental legitimacy from the expressed will of the people, from the mutual and essential recognition of our collective interests, and from the significant convergence of our deep and shared aspirations for inherent dignity, enduring stability, and truly shared economic and social development. It is an alliance that is truly built upon clear and consistent principles, namely national sovereignty, non-interference in the internal affairs of other nations, and a profound mutual respect between all sovereign states. I remain deeply and truly convinced that today's important meeting will mark a truly decisive and significant step in further deepening our strategic partnership. It is much more than just a moment of dialogue. It is the profound expression of a shared and collective desire to move forward together, to strengthen the vital ties based on mutual trust and unwavering confidence, and to diligently build a stable, fairer, and more prosperous future for our peoples, ensuring lasting peace and widespread prosperity.
During the discussions, the Nigerian delegation gave a detailed presentation of investment opportunities, particularly in the mining sector. Several resource-rich mining sites were highlighted, some of which are already operational. While others are still under development, these strategic areas represent significant potential for technological and industrial cooperation with Russia. The Ministry of Agriculture and Livestock also took part in this working session, highlighting Niger's agro-pastoral assets, its current challenges, and its development prospects. The discussions made it possible to identify concrete avenues for partnership to strengthen food sovereignty and climate resilience. This visit by the Russian delegation to Niamey heralds new diplomatic and economic prospects between the two countries. The Nigerian Minister of Mines, Commissioner Colonel Usman Habachi, also announced that an ambassador from the Russian Federation will soon be accredited to Niger with residence in Niamey. As evidence of the strengthening ties between Moscow and Niamey, a new chapter of cooperation is opening between Niger and Russia.
Thank you so much, Fabrice, for listening. After that, they met the president himself, President Abdourahmane Tiani, to discuss the rest of what went down and what they brought. I saw a man that I recognized among the Russia delegates that brought some goodies not long ago. So I'm hoping they bring more this time. Anyway, families, please listen and watch. I'll be back.
And the Russian delegation was first in Niamey in Niger before arriving in Bamako, the capital of Niger. They were received by the President of the Republic, General of the Army Abdourahmane Tiani, as part of a working visit. Here is a report on the meeting with Lawali Mutari Mainasara.
This is the first time that such a high-level Russian delegation has undertaken a mission of this scale in our country, bringing with it major development projects in several strategic sectors such as defense, security, mining, oil, energy, agriculture, livestock, trade, and industry. This important working visit by members of the government of the Russian Federation, led by the Minister of Energy, Sergei Svilev, highlights the strength of the cooperative relationship between the Republic of Niger and the Russian Federation. Hence this meeting at the Presidential Palace with Army General Abdourahmane Tiani, President of the Republic and Head of State.
Our president chose me as the chairman of the joint intergovernmental commissions in all three countries. I decided to make my first visit here to Niger as chairman of the commission. Today we had quite dynamic discussions with my colleagues, the ministers. I came with a large Russian delegation that includes many representatives from Russian companies. We saw many presentations about the opportunities that exist here in Niger. At this moment, our teams are discussing how we can realize the potential that exists here in Niger. We must work on the basis of mutual trust, mutual respect, and greater reciprocity. Our main goal is to improve the well-being of the people of Niger and the people of Russia. Our main goal is to develop uranium as well as to create an entire system for uranium extraction. These are projects related to the construction of electricity generation facilities. It is also significant cooperation in the crucial field of nuclear medicine and extensive cooperation in agriculture, specifically utilizing the beneficial results of the civil nuclear system.
Through this working visit, both the Nigerian and Russian parties are further energizing their partnership, which has been growing steadily since July 26, 2023, thanks to the vision of Presidents Abdourahmane Tiani and Vladimir Putin, who closely oversee all the strategic aspects of this cooperation on a daily basis. The meeting was held in the presence of the Minister of State, Minister of National Defense, Army General Salifu Maudi, as well as other members of the government.
Thank you so much, families, for listening and watching. It's almost the same, but it is good that there's no discrimination. One, two, the respect among them. You can tell body language and everything. And I was thinking of ECOWAS. You know how ECOWAS does everything separately. They don't care about the rest. It's like competition, who gain first. Even when they travel together, you can tell how they work on things. They don't even mention one another. With AES, everything is almost the same. And you can tell by the next video how they mention the neighboring countries, what they want to do, especially when it comes to education and technology. Everything is almost the same. Families, please listen and watch when they were in Mali. I'll be back last minute.
Let us first go to Kuluba at the presidential palace, where the transitional president granted an audience to a large Russian delegation visiting Mali as part of the first meeting of the Intergovernmental Commission. The Malian and Russian ministers thus came to present the results of their work to the head of state. This meeting was able to identify priority areas for rapid intervention in the fields of security, energy, health, and education, among others. For more details, let's listen to the Russian Minister of Energy and the Malian Minister of Economy and Finance speaking to Sirabati.
We have now approved the structure of our commission.
We have just approved the structure of our commission. We have approved the creation of 7 sub-commissions within the framework of the Intergovernmental Commission. Each sub-commission will be responsible for a separate sector. We approved the creation of the sub-commissions together with my colleague. We initially had 6 commissions, but today we made the decision to create a 7th sub-commission.
We unanimously voted for the creation of this 7th sub-commission, and we consider this decision to be the right one.
This sub-commission will address issues related to health, the sanitary situation, and epidemiology. As part of the work of this sub-commission, we are considering the delivery of mobile laboratories that could operate here in Mali. Given the difficulties we have faced, namely the epidemiological crisis in 2019, the health protection of the population is a crucial sector. We have agreed to focus on the priority areas of our work. These include areas such as energy and the development of the energy sector, which is greatly needed here in Mali. These include areas such as science and education, and we have agreed to hold the first session of the sub-commission responsible for education issues in 1 month, and this session will bring together all the representatives of the institutions responsible for education and higher education, and of course, we will also bring together representatives from Russia, Mali, as well as representatives from all the other states of the Sahel Alliance. This would be a unifying sub-commission that will bring together the members of the Alliance of Sahel States. And we have agreed that the work of the first session of our commission will serve as a model for all the other intergovernmental commissions that we are setting up as part of our cooperation with the states of the Sahel Alliance.
The results are very encouraging. We were able to thoroughly review all the key sectors actively involved in this significant cooperation, specifically the vital energy sector, which comprehensively includes 3 crucial areas, namely hydropower, solar energy, and nuclear energy. The transport sector, where we have railways, the Kamas company, and other projects. Everything related to the mining sector, especially mining cartography, which they just mentioned, the exploitation of lithium in Mali, and everything concerning the education and health sectors. All sectors were reviewed and all obstacles have been removed.
What has been decided in this cooperation between Mali and Russia today at the highest level?
Today we have set review dates for each of these topics. We have deadlines of 1 week, 2 weeks, and at most 1 month to review each of these topics. And we have decided to meet again via video conference for the first sub-commission that has been created, a sub-commission responsible for everything related to education, skills transfer, and the creation of centers of excellence. We will be able to hold this meeting via video conference with all 3 countries of the Confederation of Sahel states in order to unite our efforts and strengthen cohesion and solidarity, specifically between this confederation and the Russian Federation. We have signed agreements again today. We have also clarified all the other issues that were preventing us from making rapid progress on the subject. So the President of the Transition has received the message as well and welcomed, in any case, the holding of this first meeting as soon as possible. He also expressed his satisfaction, in any case, with the results we have begun to achieve. He encouraged us to continue quickly in this direction and hoped that we could very soon achieve concrete results on the ground, especially regarding the first project, which had been the subject of many back and forths between Moscow and Bamako. We have committed to continue in this direction and to achieve results. The minister will return this evening, but the teams will stay in order to work with the experts in each field so that we can very quickly achieve the expected results.
And before heading to Kouliba, the Mali-Russia Intergovernmental Commission was at the Prime Minister's office. They came to present the conclusions of their meeting to the head of government. Major General Abdoulaye Maiga praised the relations between Mali and Russia. That same morning, the head of government granted an audience to Professor Boubacar Kanté, a Malian physicist working on light matter interaction at the University of California in the United States. They discussed the importance of science in development. A report by Mamari Kone and Aliou Touré.
After holding their first meeting, the members of the Mali-Russian Federation Intergovernmental Commission came to share the conclusions of their work with the Prime Minister, head of government. At the end of the Malian meeting, they achieved satisfactory results in line with the guidance and commitments of the 2 heads of state.
This morning we held the first session of the Joint Intergovernmental Commission between Russia and Mali. This is the first time that the leaders of 2 countries have decided to set up a joint intergovernmental commission and that they appoint the leaders of both parties. And within a period of 1 month, we are holding the first session of this commission. This has allowed us to make a number of strategic decisions. During this meeting, we managed to sign several agreements and memorandums. We have established 7 sub-commissions that will be responsible for various areas. We have already set the work schedule for these commissions for the next 2 months. We have agreed to prepare the protocol for our joint session today. I would like to emphasize that I am extremely satisfied with the results we have achieved during our work. The Prime Minister has given a positive assessment of the work of our Joint Intergovernmental Commission.
I would just really like to thank the entire delegation, especially my co-chair, for the quality of the work, the debates that took place, and the results we have achieved. The memorandums have been signed and deadlines have been set for all tasks related to the documents that are already being implemented. Deadlines of 1 week, 2 weeks, and 1 month have been established. There are review dates for each of these issues, and we are also planning a video conference before the end of August. All of this is really to give a boost to everything that is currently happening.
The Prime Minister and head of government is pleased with the results achieved at the end of this first meeting between Malians and Russians. He praised the consistency of the Russian Federation within the UN Security Council, a consistency based on non-interference in the internal affairs of countries. The head of government noted with satisfaction the depth of the relations between our 2 countries before reassuring the Russian side of Mali's willingness and readiness to further strengthen these ties. 2 contracts were immediately signed by both parties. The first concerns the geological mapping of the northern regions in the Todenet and Guruma basins. As for the second, it concerns the implementation of a geological database in Mali. In the morning, the Prime Minister received Professor Boubacar Kanté, a Malian physicist working in light matter interaction at the University of California, Berkeley in the United States. He is a tenured professor of electrical engineering and computer science. The meeting took place in the presence of the Minister of Higher Education and Scientific Research.
The goal was to discuss our technical capabilities and what we could do to improve the scientific environment in Mali. He was very open. He asked us questions about the details of what we were doing, and I felt he was attentive and supportive And we hope that in the coming years, we will be able to implement useful initiatives for Mali in various fields.
He was accompanied by Emmanuel Kanabai, a young independent Malian researcher whose work focuses on the theory of gravitation and dark matter, recently published.
So the first meeting of the Russian-Malian Intergovernmental Commission on Trade, Economic, Scientific and Technical Cooperation was held this morning at the Ministry of Economy and Finance. The meeting notably approved the working subcommissions, discussed the strategic aspects of the cooperation, and reviewed the progress of ongoing projects. A meeting described as historic by both parties. We learn more from Eyakunete.
A fraternal reunion atmosphere this Tuesday in the conference room of the Ministry of Economy and Finance. The faces are familiar as everyone here has been working together for several months already. On one side, the large Russian delegation visiting Mali, led by the Russian Minister of Energy, and on the other, 7 members of the Malian government and their close collaborators under the supervision of the Minister of Economy and Finance. The two team leaders are co-chairs of the Mali-Russian Federation Intergovernmental Commission. This commission was established during the recent visit to Moscow by the transitional President General Assimi Goita with the aim of accelerating the implementation of ongoing projects and exploring other areas of cooperation. 3 key topics were on the agenda for the meeting. These include in particular the validation of the working subcommittees, the validation of the strategic areas of cooperation, and the concrete monitoring of ongoing projects. Regarding the working subcommittees, the parties agreed to establish a total of 7.
Right from the start, we were able to resolve all issues related to the creation of the subcommittees. There are 7 subcommittees that have been created, covering all areas of economic and social development.
With regard to the strategic aspect of cooperation and the monitoring of ongoing projects, all the areas that have been the subject of memorandum signings were thoroughly reviewed. Energy and mining, transport and infrastructure, higher education, scientific research, telecommunications, as well as trade exchanges and securing investments. Agriculture was also discussed, particularly the project to develop cotton cultivation in order to reach a production of 2 million tons of seed cotton per year, as well as the processing of this raw material with the establishment of 2 spinning mills within Mali.
Almost all the ministers were present during our discussions today. This allowed us to discuss in great detail the situations in all areas of common interest. We have already set the dates. We will appoint the people responsible for holding discussions within the working groups of our joint commission.
All the significant issues that were on the comprehensive agenda, notably the crucial issue of spinning, the intricate issue of gold refining, the complex issue of transport and navigation, various issues concerning mining operations, detailed mining cartography, and all the important issues related to trade. All these pertinent matters were thoroughly discussed, and we have successfully set definitive dates for all of them. Today we plan to sign 2 or 3 memorandums on certain aspects, and for the other projects that are already underway, which have already been the subject of a memorandum of understanding, we have set dates to review them, and we have committed to holding a video conference by the end of August to take stock of all these issues and assess the progress made.
Some of the issues discussed were approached from an AES perspective, particularly those related to training and skills transfer.
I would like to offer a few comments on the work of the Science Working Group. The first session of this working group will be held at the end of August in a hybrid format. We will organize a video conference and, in turn, we will invite all the ambassadors of the Sahel Alliance states to hold joint consultations. We will address topics related to education and higher education across all pillars of the Sahel States Alliance.
We have clearly stated that at the level of these 3 distinguished countries, the Sahel States Alliance, we will diligently ensure that we can establish a truly advanced and comprehensive partnership in order to fully develop everything related to essential skills, transfer, robust education, significant capacity building, and all crucial matters concerning the meticulous creation of specialized centers of excellence. And in these next steps, with the 3 states of the Sahel States Alliance, we will look to pool our efforts in order to strengthen cooperation between the Confederation of Sahel States and the Russian Federation.
After more than 3 hours of discussions, the Russians leave satisfied from a meeting described as historic by both parties. A first step certainly, but an important one in the new momentum to accelerate the implementation of the many ongoing projects in line with the shared will of the 2 heads of state.
Thank you so much, families. I do not want to disturb you again because the video is long. So you've seen and hear everything. The credit to Sahel Info, ORTM, RTB News for sharing these information with us. And once again, sorry for delaying. I intentionally want to put them together so it will not be like I'm repeating myself. You can tell it's almost the same when it comes to energy, agriculture, and the mining system, and everything is almost the same. So yes, they will be working together, and you can tell there will be transparency. It won't be like you giving me this price and somebody else corner me and giving me another price. No, everything is going to work perfectly according to how these leaders are planning it to be. So there will not be you beat me to it in between. For me, the respect among them. And also, security wise, I'm sure for this work to take place properly, they will work on the security side. You can tell they mentioned transportation. That was the first thing that came into my mind. Without security, transportation will be nearly impossible to some areas. So yes, they will work together and they will do everything together. You can tell some of them are already based there, working to make sure everything will work successfully. For time, they don't joke with time, and the other side do not joke with time as well. We'll be following this properly and make sure we see physical things that is going on, because this has been going on for some time now. And it takes time. It takes time. It will work at all costs. Anyway, I'll leave you your families. If you like it, please give it thumbs up and share it if possible as well. My VIPs, my kings and queens, thank you so much. My new members, thank you. I'm grateful for your contribution, your support on this channel. God bless you all. My returning families, thank you so much. I love you all. Thank you for your support. I'm having a technical problem. It happened before and it's happening again. And it's time consuming. It's stressing me out. But don't worry, I'm not going to give up. I'll be back with more. Thank you. God bless you all. Have a wonderful day. I will see you soon. Bye-bye.